Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a screencast-o-matic presentation and recording for the part of the lesson that has us looking at the nuke map inquiry assignment. For this part of the lesson, what you essentially have to do is to use an application provided here. It's hyperlinked onto the lesson doc, and to fill in the chart using a series of nuclear weapons on a specific location of your choosing. Essentially what you have to do is the following. Please watch and listen carefully as the presentation coincides directly with the chart and the application. So choosing any city that's either offered to you or a custom one that you want to enter, you will type that in on the application right here. And in this case, I used New York City, New York, so I'm going to put that there. And then going back to the chart here, we're going to drop the Davy Crockett bomb, which is the smallest in the US arsenal first. So we're going to go for enter yield, hit Davy Crockett. We want to check the casualties box. And the radioactive fallout would be good too for us to get a sense of the effect radii. And then we're going to hit detonate. Now watch what happens when we hit detonate. You will see very quickly the number of fatalities and injuries are rising substantially. So according to this, you have 3,270 deaths. So I'm going to type that in here. As far as injuries, we would have probably an estimated 3,620. Effect radii. So if you were in class, I said that you could either do any one of these. Fireball is, of course, the smallest in the center. However, the effect radii in full would be pretty substantial as well. You can see that the radiation radius here is about 430 meters, which is pretty substantial, despite this being the smallest here. So whatever you put down from that column is okay. For this particular example, I put this option down here, the radiation radius. But if you do choose to put the fireball radius or something smaller, that is fine and that will suffice. The last part here is on a scale of 1 to 10, how does this affect me living in Easton or Wilson, PA? So, the fact is, this is the smallest nuclear weapon, I believe, in the U.S. arsenal. Like we said, there's New York City. We are way, 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 down here in Pennsylvania. So, in reality, I would probably go as far to say that this doesn't affect us too much. Now, I'm not making light of the situation. Obviously, this is a big deal, and obviously, this is something that would receive retaliation probably by the United States. But I would probably put a 1 for this, just because it wouldn't affect us directly in this way. And so pretty much the rest of the assignment, you're going to proceed forth by doing other nuclear weapons like the Little Boy, and which is the bomb dropped by Hiroshima. So same location. Let's change this here and find Little Boy, which is right here. And let's see what happens. And by the way, make sure it's on surface at detonation. Sorry about that. It's pretty interesting. Wow. So you can see, of course, you have different number of fatalities and injuries as well. So that, of course, should be recorded. And in this way, will probably help you understand a little bit more about the real threats of nuclear detonation. So I hope that you found this to be helpful, and let me know if you need any more help or clarity in completing the rest of the presentation. Remember to fill out the rest of the charts by choosing other key places in the United States and then answer the concept questions at the bottom. Thank you very much for tuning in, and go with completing the rest of the lesson.